people lack power. It doesn't matter what it may seem like on the TV, or behind a smile, or behind anything that these people resort to hide behind their follow account or whatever. A smile can hide a million truths, and you will realize how relentless these people are, but powerless in their pursuits for actually claiming any kind of dominance within society. And it is because they actually lack power within their own, that they seek the only way they can give themselves any sort of leverage to satisfy their brokenness, is to pinpoint anything that they believe they can exploit. And truth be told, they will exploit that opportunity. They will look for the tiny, minor instances to exploit, because it is their conditioning. The way they are they have lived is due to their inability to connect and to actually understand culture. They are left stranded from many cultures who would alienate them on the spot on a global level should they take their ignorance outside of their corrupt homes. And it is only then, when they look for minor instances to corrupt others around them, and little do they know that the corruption that they believe they are exhibiting truly is just the corruption of their own lives. And once you really understand the pain behind these people, you develop less of an agitation for them, and I think you develop more, as interesting as it might sound, you start to develop more sympathy, because you understand that's a very sad life to live. And it's a life that a lot of people who have actually established culture and tradition cannot even imagine. It's painful when you isolate yourself from another group of people, and you claim that they are not entitled to a human experience. But the same people who say that black people are not entitled to a human experience are the same people who put coats on their dogs and who pay thousands of dollars for their dogs to have pedicures and doggy daycare and all that, and their human experience. So if these people have already proven that they are willing to hold an animal up to a standard of equity, please tell me what went wrong in their pursuit towards the black people who have not even been held up to the standard of equity to that of a stray dog. It's quite interesting that the problem I see is that with black people in particular, there has been far too much emphasis on white culture. Black people are not the only people who exist as culturally different within the Western Hemisphere. There are other cultures who have actually established firm ground and principles within the Western Hemisphere, and communities and economy and wealth. It is only the black people for some reason who believe that they are responsible for living up to the standards of the ideal structure of classism and socialism. And I believe it is until you begin to break away from this corrupt way of thinking that you will start to actually be able to receive adequate support and assistance, and perhaps even economy from other communities who are well inclined to the experience of black people, particularly within the Western world, and are capable of exhibiting some degree of common ground, whether that's related to experience or just simple understanding. But it is something that can only happen should the black people wake up and actually begin to call out these practices, these wicked schemes that have been oppressing communities and separating families and destroying, or at least attempting to destroy livelihoods. And if I may repeat it to you once again, this is nothing more than the deterioration of the racist. The actual image would suggest that the racist has failed to hold himself to the law, failed in his pursuits to refuse to hold black people to the law, and failed in his ability to outwork the black people, or to prove his strength above the black people, given that the black people have endured far more throughout history and still stand today to practice more acts of human dignity towards the American structure than anybody could ever see. And once you actually understand and you study this beyond yourself, and you do not let your life be led by the deteriorating factor known as the racist, the cracker, the redneck, the devil, I believe you genuinely will learn how to structure yourself in a way that leaves these people stranded, stranded like the lost dirt that they have exhibited, simply because that is the only way they are capable of living life. Stranded from the good foods that come from the black community, stranded from the good music, stranded from the culture, and not just the black community, but every other community around the world who have actually began to turn around and walk away from this way of living, given that everybody who ever tried living like this is now gone and is now history and is actually no longer remembered, contrary to the remaining black people who have fought through history and done their absolute best to leave a mark and a blueprint and a sense of education for the remaining people who are currently residing in these situations, and the focus that I would say, the point in which you realize that this is no longer about them, because they have been dealt with by time, they have been stranded by time, they have aged and actually gone erased by time. The onus is now within the colored communities to exhibit a sense of rebuilding, restoration of peace, and a general sense of compass that permits us to actually just move and to develop what it is that we are particularly missing within the Western world. And I think that is part of the issue, that for as long as we continue to practice this isolation that was the mission of these racist cowards, it is not until we actually understand the black unity, the role of that conscious, that I believe will initialize the moment of change.